Okay, I think I'm live. Let me make sure everything's going good here because I have to make sure my sound, I don't have a lot of background sounds. So I think we ready to go. Welcome, 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 you guys. How you guys doing? This is EB Crypto, Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine, and I am excited today because people are making serious money. I mean, it's going down. It's going down right now. Shibu Inu and other cryptocurrencies. I know Safe Moon and Safe Mars. Safe Mars is a coin that I got over 100 million. I'm giving you guys a tip. That's a coin you can buy right now, and probably in the next year or so make a lot of money. It's just I'm not a financial advisor. It's still a risk. All of this is a risk, but I'm telling you guys, I've already made money with that coin, and you can get so many of them so cheap. Shibu Inu just came out like not even a year ago. A lot of people making stupid money with it, and I'm going to show you guys. Documentation beats conversation all day. I'm going to show you guys the money and how they making this money. It is incredible. And so, as you guys know, we have the Family Cash Machine, and we have the Cryptocurrency College, where we showing people and teaching people how to make money in this industry. We already have over 200 students, and we want to get 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. We want a lot of our people to learn this, because just today I got a call from Germany, and the guy told me that the inflation is moving at about 5% a year. Wow. And wages are not growing like that. Wages might be 1% or 1.5% a year. I mean, so we have an issue. We have a problem. Houston, there is a problem when you have inflation growing higher than the rate of income. So this is why I'm so adamant about teaching my people this industry, because millionaires are being made every day. I'm going to show you the money. People are making stupid money in this. I mean, I think I saw a guy that spent, I think, $3,400, and now he's got over $20 billion or something. We're going to do the numbers. We're going to show you the numbers. I'm going to take you guys to CoinMarketCap, which is one of the websites that has over 13,000 different cryptocurrencies, and you can look at the price day for day, blow for blow, charts and all of that. We're going to go into that in a minute. But again, I want to congratulate all the people on my team that bought Shibu Inu. And I know about 6 or 7 of them right now that I imagine are pretty freaking happy. I got a call earlier today from one. I wasn't able to talk to him. I'll talk to him in a few minutes, but I know he's probably excited. And I got a couple of other friends who've been texting me blow by blow this last 3 or 4 days as that coin has been going up. Now, I do want to say this, is that Bitcoin has shot up from like 40 something thousand to 62,000. And I don't think Bitcoin is the one that's going to make you guys millions of dollars, because if you had a whole Bitcoin, you made 12,000. But people who, that's $40,000. It's 48,000 just to make 12,000. That's still not bad. It's like a 20% jump, which is hard to get anywhere, but in that short amount of time. But if you took 40,000, oh my goodness, and spread that out in the cryptocurrency industry, and you were a part of a community of people like we are, the Family Cash Machine, that talks about all these different, positive, momentous cryptocurrencies like the Shibu Inu and the Safe Mars and the Safe Coin. I'm giving you guys game. We talk about these different coins. There's about 8 or 9 other coins that our team are invested in. There's a couple of them we keep in secret until you come on our team. Then you'll get all the data, all the information. We'll just give it to you freely, and we'll start staking you certain coins and helping you to buy certain coins that you control. Nobody else control. Nobody can pull the rug up under you. It's not a network marketing thing there when you have your own portfolio. Now, we do have some networking that we do with crypto, but that's separate from us teaching you and showing you how to personally build your own portfolio, like with the Shibu Inu. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking, and I'm going to go right into it and show you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go back 1 year and show you guys where you would be if you would purchase some Shibu Inu a year. Now, as you guys can see, I'm on CoinMarketCap. I already went to Shibu Inu. We're on the Shibu Inu right here. Let me go up a little bit and show you guys. See, I'm on Shibu Inu, and right now the number is 75.27. There's 4 zeros, 75.27. That's not even a penny. And that's why I say you're not gonna make this kind of money with Bitcoin. It went up 21.5%. Okay, but it went up more than that in the last year. It had no value. All these coins, when they first start, most of them have no value until people start buying them. Now, there's 2 types of coins. There's coins with utility and functionality, and then there's what they call hype coins. You know, there's different kind of coins. There's more coins than that. You got smart contract coins. You have different types of cryptocurrency. They don't all do the same thing. And that's why you need to be a part of a community so you can learn this. Don't just be a wild, wild west out here just throwing money everywhere, because you can't lose. Oh yeah, you can't lose. I got quite a few coins that haven't done nothing, but I do have a lot of coins that made me a lot of money and allow me to travel and live out the country. And, you know, I can come back and forth to the United States when I want. And, you know, I live a pretty decent life. But let me say this. Let me go ahead and look at these numbers. It's 75.19 right now. Zero is zero. Remember that 0.4 zeros, 75.19. That's where the price is at. And as you can see right here, I'm giving you some game. This is an Ethereum coin. That means it's an ERC20 token. That's what that means. This is an ERC20 token. It's on the Ethereum blockchain for now. This coin can actually go even more astronomical once they develop their own blockchain. It can just freaking go to, you know, $200, $300, $500 or whatever. But again, right now, let's just look at what you would have made in the last year. Let's do the numbers, because like I said, you know, we can talk all day long, but let's just do the numbers. Okay, here we are, November, actually almost in November. We're in October 29th. Let's go to October 29th, 2020. Here we go right here. We at October 30th. That's tomorrow. So 1 year, we're literally, a year ago, this coin was 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like 11 zeros. Wow. 11 zeros and a 1. Okay. We got 0.11 zeros and a 1. Remember that number. And the current price right now is 74.98. So let's get out of here and let's just go and do some numbers. Let's do the numbers. Let's do some numbers. I like numbers. I like to do numbers. But I always get nervous when I'm doing math in front of a lot of people. I need to just calm down. Calm down. They can't hurt you. The people can't hurt you. But I'm going to do these math numbers. Like I said, I get nervous. And that's why I think a lot of my people don't do well on tests. Some of these tests they give us, because we get nervous, you know. But if you stay calm, remain calm, and prepare yourself before you go on some of these tests, guess what? You probably do better. But let me do some numbers. Now, let's say let's start off with $1,000. You did $1,000 a year ago. That's not a lot of money. And then we're gonna do 1,000, because we know 10 times under that, or a half of that, $500. We'll just divide that number into a half, and we'll know what you would have made if you spent 500. I hope you guys are following me. We'll know what you made. Let me get out of here. We're gonna start with 1,000 to see what you would have made at 1,000. Then we're going to deduct that 50% or 10%, and then we'll know what you made at $100 or 500. But let's start with 1,000. If you did $1,000 a year ago with Shibu Inu, and this is not just Shibu Inu, it's a lot. It's over 13,000 coins. They all don't get value, but there is enough of them that got value where a whole lot of people have made a whole lot of money in this industry, and it's really being quiet, and everybody is only talking about Bitcoin. But that's not really where all the money's being made now. So let me show you guys the numbers. Show me the numbers, EB. Numbers talk and BS walk. So back to the numbers. Back to the lecture at hand. Okay, so we're gonna do $1,000, right? Divided by 0. I got people calling me again who got the Shibu Inu. On my team, I got over 24 people that have made over 500,000 on the family capture sheet. Some of them have went their separate ways, but they call me all the time and consult with me, and they're still a part of our group. They just in the background. Some people you see, some people you don't see. They help invest on certain platforms and us to expand our classes. They've been very helpful for me, but we're going to get to that another time. But there's a guy calling me right now that I know got some Shibu Inu, and he's probably excited as hell, and I'll talk to him in a minute. So boom, remember there was 11 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and a 1. Dang. So let's do that number. So what does that equal? Let's see how many Shibu Inu you would have got for $1,000 a year ago. Please don't drool at the mouth. These are real. This is real data. I can't make this up. I pulled it directly from the data website called CoinMarketCap. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what you would have had if you would have got $1,000 divided by 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1. Where's the 1? Boom. I can't even get that number up here. It's not letting me get that number. It's too many numbers. Okay. I'm not seeing it. 1. Oh, there it is. No, it's still not. I don't have enough numbers. Wow. Okay. My calculator is too many numbers for my calculator. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 100, and then I'll just multiply it by 10. How about that? That's the best way to do that. And then we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boom. Still not letting me get it. Okay. That's over. Oh my God. That's just too much. That's over 1 billion coins with $1,000. I mean, with $100, you got 1 billion coins with $100. So with $1,000, you got 10 billion coins. I shouldn't even start with that number. It's just mind-boggling because it was worth no money. It had no value. So let me do something else. Let me go. See, we went back a year. I think I might need to change that number till we can get a more accurate. I mean, this is accurate. It had no value. No coins have value when they come out. They just can't until people start adding money to it. And I'm going to show you why it doesn't have any value when they first come out. Let me go to CoinMarketCap and show you what I'm talking about. These coins, when they come out, nobody's purchased them. So how can they have any value at all? Let's go to CoinMarketCap, because yesterday I did a video and I covered how the market caps are accumulated. If you look at Bitcoin, it's the big dog. It's over $1 trillion in the cap rate. Now, the market cap rate, I'm going to tell you what that number represents. That number represents funds that came into Bitcoin to purchase Bitcoin, whether it be pesos, euros, US dollars, or whether it was some value from other cryptocurrencies. It's all accumulated value. And that number goes up and down based on who's buying and selling this. So it's a real number. That's what this number cap rate represents. Now, if you take the market cap rate and divide it by the circulation of coins, how many coins there's in circulation, you'll get this number, which is the price per coin. Wow, these numbers correlate. Now, if you take the price per coin and you want to check that price and you multiply that times the circulation, you'll get the cap rate. So whether you multiply or divide, these numbers, you can go forward or backward, they correlate to each other. That's what the cap rate is. No money into that coin has no cap rate. The coin has no value. Basically, that's how it works. I know that because I'm a professional when it comes to value. I'm a commercial and residential real estate appraiser, and I had to really go to school for market capitalization rates. So investors, they may want to know, you know, how long it's going to take their money to get back. So I had to really get real proficient with income properties with capitalization rates. So that's how I know that. But back to the lecture at hand. Let's go back to Shibu Inu. Shibu Inu. Let's click Shibu Inu. Because again, like I said, it's a whole lot of money in here. How does song go? There's a whole lot of money in here. Yeah, there's a whole lot of money being made in here. They said a lot of money in this MF. I know how the song go, but I don't want to say that. Okay, so let's go back a year. And we're going to get a better number. Okay, so that was 0 as no value, 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 no value. This coin had no value. You could have bought a shitload of coins. Okay, now I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 zeros and a 1. Okay, that was back in February. If we did 11 zeros, if we went a year from today with 11 zeros, that's a hell of a number. We might come back and visit this, but let's do that 11. Let's do that 11 zeros. Let's do it at 11 zeros since that's a year. Hey, that's the number. The number is the number. So a year ago, you would have had, let me get back into this particular thing here. You would have had a billion coins. That's just ridiculous. So that's 9 zeros. That's 9 zeros. Okay. A billion coins. Oh my God. You'd had a billion coins. That's pretty much the number I got when I did the calculations. You don't want to know how much money you would have had with $1,000. You just don't want to know. 3, 6, 9. No, that's 12. I got 12 zeros. Okay. Ones, tens, hundreds. Yeah, that's a billion. That's a billion. My bad. That's a billion right there. Okay. $1 billion. Yeah. Yeah, that's a billion. That's a billion. So let's see how much money you would have had. If I take those billion coins, okay, and remember the number of the price today, and we got to multiply this. This is just ridiculous. I mean, if you'd have did $100, you'd have been cool. But I'm showing you if somebody would have did 1,000, what they had. And the reason I'm saying do 100 is because you just can't buy every coin out there. It's 13,000 coins and coins coming out every day. So if you did 50 here, 100 there, 50 here, and weighted it out, but you have to make strategic, intelligent decisions. Don't just be throwing a bunch of money everywhere because you're just throwing money out there. But if you're in a community like the Family Cap Machine, where we talk about this stuff, and we actually pick the coins that we know are going to actually blow up, whether it's hype coin and it gets a crowd and a group, or whether it has functionality. We're going to cover a functionality coin too. But right now, we're going to cover 2 coins that were purely hype. And there's a lot of hype coins that made a lot of money, and some of them crashed after that. But who cares? If you made your money, you made your money, right? So let me go ahead and do the math on that billion coins. This is crazy. Okay, it's a billion coins. Okay, let me see how much money that is. This is just ridiculous. I mean, freaking ridiculous. Okay, let me delete that. I don't need that. That it doesn't work. Okay, let me go here and go back to this. Man, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Sorry, you guys. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Barely. Okay, so we do that number there. It's 12 zeros. It might be a trillion. That's a trillion. Let me see. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000, millions, 10 million, 100 millions, billions. That's a trillion. That's a trillion coins. I'm sorry, you guys. That is a trillion coins. A freaking trillion coins. Godly. With $1,000. Okay. There's one guy that did 3,400 and he's a billionaire. We're going to see why. This is a trillion coins. My bad. My bad. This is a trillion coins. 12 zeros is a trillion. Okay. So let me go ahead and do that number. And we're going to have 1 and 12 zeros. Wow, this is just too much. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, times, I think it was 74 or something. Let's go back and see that number. I don't want to make up nothing. I want you guys to see it for yourself. What is the price of Shibu Inu right now at the time of this video? I'm giving you guys the game. I'm showing you some very valuable stuff. 73, it's dropping a little bit. Earlier today it was 76. 16. It's dropping a little. Okay, it's okay. So we don't know. One thing, 70, let's say 73.92. We don't know how to calculate human emotion. What I mean by that is some of you guys would have sold way early when you got 20, 30,000. Some people would have sold at 100,000. When they got 100,000, they dumped the coins. They want to let it go up that high. So we have no gauge for that. That's human emotions. That's an emotional reaction. We have no gauge for that because what's money to me might not be money to you, and what's money to you might not be money to me. And some of us have more discipline than others. So again, I don't know when you would have hit bailout, and I don't know when I would hit bailout. It all depends individually on our individual circumstances, of course. So let me just look at today, 73.92 with 4 zeros. That's what it is today. If you would have waited it out till today, what would be your grand total? You're not going to believe this number. This is going to be an astronomical number. You might already did the math. Some of you guys might already did the math, but let me just do it right here online, live, with a trillion coins. A trillion coins, that's crazy. And we're gonna go back and do it at 1 billion coins. Okay, so let's go back and do that. We don't even have to do that. I'll show you how to do that. We'll just go down 10%, then another 10%, and we'll go down to 1% and see if you spent $100. Like 10% would be 10% of 1,000 would be $100. So we'll just cut that in half and see if you did $100, what it would be. But at this 1 year, Shibu Inu at $1,000. Okay, 73. What was it? 73. I forgot the number. 73.90 something, 92 or something. Okay, so let's go 1 billion. Boom, boom, boom. This is crazy. Okay, that's it. I got 12 zeros times 0. It's 4 zeros. What was it? 7. I keep forgetting that number. I got to write it down right here. Times, we'll say set 0.1234. I know that. And it was 7.3 something, I think. 7.3. I'm talking and I'm forgetting these numbers. 7287. It's 7287. That's what it is. There it is right there. Let me show it to you guys. Boom. It's 7294. Okay, it keeps changing. We know that. We'll do 7294. Remember that, you guys. 7294 is the number we're going to do right now. 7294. 7294. Okay, we're back at the numbers. I'm taking a long time with these numbers. Sorry about that, you guys, but hey, it's worth the investigation because you need to see this. 7294. I have to make this a little longer and pull that 4 up there. So that would equal, what would that equal? Okay. Some stupid numbers. You do the math. You can do it at home. That's $70 million. 70, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I didn't do all the numbers. 7294. Yeah, that's $72,940,000. Damn! Join $1,000. Now you see why I'm so excited about cryptocurrency. I'm gonna show you what that number is. It's 72 million. This ain't no over the night money. This ain't no punk money. This is some real money. You got a lot of celebrities that don't got 70 million. There's well-known, there's actors that been in the game for a while that don't got 50 million, 60 million, 30 million. You know, there's a lot of them. You got 72 million overnight. Overnight. Now, all we got to do is chop that number in 1/10. 1/10 of that at $100. I mean, we can do the math. We got common sense. $100, you know, would be 10% of that, right? $100 would have got you $7 million right now. Right now, would have got you 7,294,000 or something like that. Something like that. Okay, with just $100. So now you see why I'm so excited about cryptocurrency, why I'm so excited for my people. I'm not a hater. I ain't never been a hater. I've always been a congratulator. I like to see people making money because it motivates me and inspires me, okay? And especially if I'm the person that helped them to get there. It's a great feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. I have no haterism in my bones. I love the fact that God didn't make me, and I don't have a heart that's like that, that's tainted, because I'm truly, genuinely happy for people. And that's why I signed up to do this, because I didn't want to just get the game and learn it and go make a bunch of money, because I've had money twice in my life. And I didn't really, you know, say like in real estate, I was just me. It wasn't like me helping a whole lot of people, although I did help people buy and sell properties. But at the same time, I had my own game plan. But in this industry, I have committed myself to teaching my people and showing people the money and showing them what's going on and inviting them, just like I told you, buy Safe Moon. I want you to go buy Safe Moon. I want everybody to buy Safe Moon. This is not like other industries where you hide the game. No, we want everybody to buy these coins. If you have a certain coin, you want everybody to buy that coin. You want to spread the news because they're going to make money, you're going to make money, and everybody's going to make money. This is how it is. It sells itself. And as more and more people buy a specific thing, I just showed you how the cap rate works. The more money goes into buying that coin, the more value each coin is worth. So you guys see $1,000. I can't make this up. $1,000 represented 11 zeros and a 1. That was the value. And $1,000 a year ago would have had you $72 million. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's bananas. And I've seen this so many times in this industry. This is not the first time I've seen this. There's so many coins that have blew up. Dogecoin. That coin literally has no function. That coin was kind of a joke. People made it as kind of a joke. And people have made stupid amount of money with it because Elon Musk came out, a famous person, an infamous person, and told millions of people to buy that coin. Remember how the cap rate works. The more money goes into that coin, the more money per coin is worth. Wow, it's just that simple. It's not rocket science, but they don't teach us in school how value works. They've never taught us how the US dollar creates value. They never taught us what they do to give it value. They never taught us what is being done or what be done that will eliminate or diminish its value. We need to know that. We need to know why prices are going up. We need to understand that we need to be in a game. We need to be in an industry that's accumulating value and growing yield and giving us the biggest yield, the biggest profits, because remember, 5% inflation in Germany, I think it's 3% in America, and I don't even think that number is right because they're using the CPI from the 70s, the cost, the consumer price index from the 70s. They're using a formula from the 70s, so that number is not even accurate. And the M1, the M2, and the M3 information on the Federal Reserve website that allows us to kind of gauge interest, they just discontinued it. For the first time in the history of the United States, they just discontinued data on the Federal Reserve website. This allows us to monitor the cash, the base cash that's out in the market. So we don't even know how much they're printing. Wow. And this just happened over the last couple of months. But you guys don't know that because we haven't been taught in school how to check inflation, how to check how much money is out in the market. And these are the things we teach you in the Family Cash Machine. We teach you how to monitor this stuff. We teach you how to gauge certain things and how to get certain assets and how to create a situation where you're not all the way dependent on the matrix or the national or international financial system, the banking system. You want to be independent of that. You don't want to have interest rates and infect your value. You just don't. You want to be in a position where the people and you and simply supply and demand is what's in control of your value. Not no banks, not the economy, not the interest rates, none of that. You don't want to be attached to that. You want to have something outside of this system. That's why people are buying gold now, silver, because governments can't make gold. Governments can't do anything to negatively affect cryptocurrency. They really can't. They can talk, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But in reality, they can't stop it. That's the reality. In reality, if I had 20 million worth of Shibu Inu, nobody would know unless I say something. Nobody would know I got that. And this is what the family cash machine, again, specialize in, is somebody just made $70 million. Okay. Now there's a thing called, it's actually a term, and I was a student in psychology in college, and it's funny, I went to school for psychology, but I end up analyzing properties and I end up analyzing value versus instead of people. Interesting. So I thought that value was more interesting to evaluate and analyze than people. I mean, I analyze people every day. We always analyze one another, but there's a term called sudden wealth syndrome. It's an actual term in psychology. I coined a phrase for that syndrome years ago. Before I even knew about that term, I coined a phrase called caught up syndrome. It's called the caught up syndrome. And a lot of people that win the lottery catch the caught up syndrome, and they get caught up, buying stuff, doing stuff, and they just get caught up and having fun. And now, they don't have to work. So every day they can buy watches, they can buy cars, they can buy homes, they can buy their family stuff, and you get caught up. You get caught up in the caught up syndrome. And so they call it the sudden wealth syndrome. It's a syndrome, meaning it's not a disease, it's not really a disorder, it's just a syndrome, okay? But at the same time, it's a really bad syndrome to have because it can make you go broke. It can make you go into depression. It can make you commit suicide if it's not checked. And if you don't have a strategic plan, if you're not prepared and have some kind of preparedness and strategy, when you come into the money, you can't wait till you get money and all of a sudden try to get a strategy. It's too late. Your whole world has changed overnight. So whoever did $1,000 in Shibu Inu, and there's a bunch of people, believe me, there's a bunch of people that did $1,000 because it wouldn't have the value it had if money wasn't going into it. Let me show you that right now. Let's look at how much money went into the Shibu Inu. We can look at that too by the cap rate. Remember? Let's see how many people put 1,000 in there. Let's go to the cap rate. What is the cap rate of Shibu Inu? Oh, it has a cap rate. Shibu Inu, there's over $40 billion that went into the Shibu Inu. A whole lot of people put 1,000, 10,000, 5,000, 3,000, and we don't even know their names. Because again, it's an ERC20 token. What does that mean? That means they got a MetaMask wallet that holds ERC20 tokens, or they got a trust wallet that doesn't require your name. MetaMask doesn't require your name. You're just a number. So somebody got 70, 80 million, 100 million, 300 million, 500 million, and we don't even know who they are. Wow. That's what I signed up for. That's exactly what I signed up for because no one could disrupt their wealth. What does that mean? Okay, if you got 70 million in the bank, the IRS, the SEC, the CTFC, the the CTF, so many agencies, the California Franchise Tax Board or whatever state you living in could freeze your account. And it ain't nothing you can do. They call your bank and say, hey, we got this order right here, boom. And they freeze all your funds. You're assed out. There's nothing you can do. It's beyond your pay scale. Even with 70, 80 million, $1 billion even in the bank. If that government makes that one call, any government agent or state agency, or you get a lawsuit or whatever, they can freeze your account. Cease and desist. You're done. That can't happen in this industry. That can't happen in this industry. You free as a bird. Nobody even know you got that unless you tell them. Now we can look on the blockchain and see different wallets that have a huge amount of Shibu Inu. That's one beautiful thing about blockchain technology. It is open source. It's verifiable. It's validating. It's you know, we all can validate and see what's on there, but we don't know whose wallet is who. We don't know. There's no names attached to them, but we can see the money. Wow, we can see the people who made money. We can validate that. So this is the beautiful thing about this industry, is that it's open source and it's private. You have all that money and then you got privacy. Ooh, that is something else. And this is why I said this is the perfect industry for my people to be involved in, because if you guys watch American Gangster, or say you watch Unsung, any one of those, you see so many of our people that became successful, whether they came to successful in the streets and it was taken, or so many people that became successful in the music industry or the entertainment industry, millions and millions of dollars, and IRS came after them, froze all their stuff, and a lot of them went bankrupt. That can't happen with crypto. That's why I say this is one of the best industries for us, because not only do we have opportunity to make all this money, not only is this one of the greatest opportunities ever in the history of the world, because we're looking at one of the greatest exchanges of wealth happening right now, because cryptocurrency and blockchain technology has the ability to disrupt money. Woo! I got chills on that one. Has the ability to disrupt money, and disrupt money in a way to where it can redistribute it to the people and nobody can take it. This is a great day. It's a bad, sad day. It's a very horrible day if you're relying and depending on the economy and the government and the central banks. It's a bad day. If you're sitting back doing nothing, allowing interest rates to just go up and go up, it's a bad day. If you have no knowledge and no information on what to do, it's a bad day. But remember, knowledge is power. Remember, one of the wisest men on the planet, Solomon, is still considered by a lot of books, if he was living today, one of the richest men to live ever. And what did he do? He prayed for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So it is knowledge and information that's going to create these multimillionaires, billionaires even. I just showed you guys somebody. It's a lot of people invested $1,000. There's one guy that did, he got some billions of dollars. He got billions of dollars. I don't know when he got in, but he got billions of dollars overnight. Now this again, I'm happy and I'm excited, but I set up the Family Cash Machine with a group and team of different wealth people. I set it up with a whole lot of, we set this up to help our people understand generational wealth. Now with $72 million, that's generational wealth. You can actually start generational wealth with that kind of money. So when I be talking generational wealth, I'm not just talking. I actually see where we can actually do it today with the right information, the right guidance, being in the right group of people, in the right industry, and the right information. We can do it right now, but we can't do it if we just get the money. And all of you guys come into this industry just to get the money, but you don't get the knowledge on how to handle that caught up syndrome. And you get caught up with the caught up syndrome, and you catch the caught up syndrome, and all of a sudden you caught up, trying to catch up, trying to keep up. You have to have the mindset of wealth. Wealth is a mindset. Money is a mindset. We're going to talk about this in depth Sunday. I'm going live, and I asked a question to my people. What is your relationship with money? Oh, you have a relationship. There's a relationship, whether you understand it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, you have a personal relationship with money. And your relationship is based on your information or lack thereof information. Oh, yes, it is. And we want to give our people the information so they can handle having 70 million. and not lose it and perpetuate it to the next generation and leave a financial blueprint for the next generation to see, oh, dang, I see what grandfather did. I see what he was on. I see how he was building wealth. And then they take it to the next level because they're going to have more information, more knowledge, but they got something to follow to see how you was doing what you did. They'd be like, oh my God, granddad was from Compton. We know he wasn't born rich, but he left us with something. How did he do that? Let's look at this trust fund. Let's look at how he set this up. See that? Now they're going to start going, oh, we see what he was on. They're going to understand your mindset. And that mindset is what develops and perpetuates generational wealth. Wow. We on a whole nother page today. It ain't about making a couple $1 million no more. It ain't even about getting the bag. It's about how do we position ourselves for generational wealth. It's not about Black Wall Street no more. Black Wall Street is over. I don't even want to repeat that. I have respect for my ancestors. I have total respect for what they went through in the Black Wall Street. It was a complete massacre. And we don't want to repeat no massacre. And the reason there was a massacre, because all of the monies was in one location, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and people, our enemies who were jealous and envious of our success, were able to attack it. Blockchain technology, they can't do that. We can have multi-millionaires all over the world, okay? We can have Black millionaires all over the world and nobody know who we are. And nobody can attack what we have. Nobody can confiscate what we have, because that's what they did in Black Wall Street. They went around confiscating. Them days is over with. And we definitely not trying to go through no more massacres. So out of respect for my ancestors, out of respect for those that are still living and throughout that Black Wall Street, I respect what they went through. They were forced to deal with each other. They didn't have a choice. They were forced to deal with each other. And in default respect, in retrospect, it created not really wealth, but it created a kind of like a high upper class, middle class, pretty much. But it didn't really create generational wealth. It created an upper middle class community that was huge. Make no mistake. But again, we can't recreate that today because our people got choices now. We got the internet where we can do business in Iran, Turkey. We can do business with people in South America, Brazil, and Dominican Republic. We can do business with people in Czechoslovakia, Russia. So it's a different story now. We have integration. We have integrated with white businesses. We can go to, the W Hotel. We can go to the Beverly Hilton. We can go to expensive places. Back then we couldn't. So we can't even use that as a scenario anymore. It's going to be very hard to get all of us to do what happened in Black Wall Street. That the environment is different now. That's why I'm not with that. I'm with generational wealth. I'm with us. Hey, let's create generational wealth. That's what I'm about. And it's doable. And that's a whole nother level. And I believe our ancestors want us to take it to the next level. Okay? That's where we at. These kids, they want to drive Bugattis. They don't want to be upper middle class. They want to be rich. But we don't want them just to be rich. We want them to think wealthy. We want them to understand financial blueprints and understand a strategic plan. Wow. So that's what it's about. I'm talking, but I'm excited, man. People making money. They're making real money. But they got to get the mindset. Without that mindset, they're going to lose it. That's why we have Family Cash Machine. So we can train our people into the mindset of having money. Having money is a mindset. You can't just get money and not change your mindset and understand how wealthy people think. I'm not talking about rich. I'm talking about wealthy people, how they move, how they operate. You have to understand that. You overnight, just think, somebody put $1,000 in Shibu Inu. I keep saying this. I'm showing you the money. A lot of people put 1,000 and then right this quick, 1 year, they got 70, 80 million dollars. Think about that. Think about you having 80 million, 70 million and within a 1 year period. That's pretty much overnight. That's pretty much overnight. You have to think like that. You have to start preparing your mind for what you're going to do, how you're going to move. You have to start creating boundaries and certain philosophies. You can't just get that money and oh, I got the money. Okay. No. That's a disaster waiting to happen. You have to have forethought and preparation and prepare yourself mentally for what you're going to do when that comes. Because if you're in this industry, it could happen. Now, I want to say this. There's a lot of people in the cryptocurrency industry, even in the family capturing, that lost money over the last couple of months. A lot of people lost money. I lost money. I made money. I lost money. I made money. I lost money. But so many people, when they make a hit or get a loss, they just fall apart. And it is very discouraging when you lose some money. But this industry, we're going to start training you guys how to have multiple investments. Don't just have one, have multiple investments. And something's going to hit. All you need is one thing to hit, just one thing. And once one thing hits, guess what? You own. You own. Even if you only made 700,000, like I said, somebody might not have waited till they got 72 million. We can't determine human emotion. When their account got to 700,000 from 1,000, they might have sold. When their account got to 70,000, they might have sold. Someone might not have waited till it got to 70 million. Remember that. Everybody's not going to wait that long. Some people, soon they get $1 million, sell. You can't blame these people. If you started with $1,000 and turned around and made 700,000, you can't be mad if it changes in the future and you had an opportunity to get 70 million. You can't be mad. You have to take whatever you got and be happy, be thankful and grateful. Because if you made 700,000 with $1,000, what can you do with 700,000? That's how you got to think. Man, I made 700,000 with $1,000. I'm good. I'm cool. So now what can I do with 700,000? Oh my God, sky's the limit. Because that ain't the only coin in the world. There's 13,000 coins and coins coming out every day. Some good, some bad. You're going to make some investments. They're not going to go nowhere. But everything is not going to bomb. So back to our coin market cap. I'm going to show you something else. Another coin. Let's go to Dogecoin. Let's look at the Dogecoin. Now, this is a coin that I didn't too much particularly like because it didn't have no function. I've been in this industry a long time, so I've looked for functionality. But now I'm learning that value is not isolated just to coins that have function. If enough people buy a certain coin, Dogecoin, if enough people buy a certain anything, it's going to have value. We were not taught this in school. This is something I've been to a lot of economic training, and I haven't learned that. Okay, now look, we're going to look at this. Again, this coin here is 29 cents. Let's go a year back. Let's see where it was at. Let's go to a year chart. Here's the chart. We're going to go back to a year. Let's see where it was at way back here a year ago. Where was it at? A year ago. Okay, it was 0.0025. It was 2 zeros, 25.76. Okay, now I really wish I could go back further because this coin been around a long time. I want to do a 2-year with this one, okay? Because I want to show you guys. Sometimes you got to wait. Everybody got this get rich quick, come up fast. Look, this coin been going since 2014, man. But I don't want to go that far. Let's go 2019, okay? Let's go 2 years. 2 years, 2019, October. And the reason I'm doing that because this coin has a lot of history. As you can see, 2014 is a long time. So we'll go back, and the coin didn't move that much. It's still 2 zeros. So if I went back 2 years, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered. 2 years or a year, it was around the same price. Okay, so let's go back a year then. I just had to research that and look at that. So you'd have just held on for 2 years, you still would have been at this price right here, $25.98, somewhere up in there. Whether you had it a year or 2 years, you would have still had this value. So let's do $1,000 at 2 zeros, $25.98. Okay, let's do the numbers. Let's see how much you would have now at 29 cents. It goes astronomical. But I'm showing you guys how doable this is. You don't need $1 million to make money in this industry. And you're not going to make $1 million with Bitcoin. It's just not going to happen. If you did $1,000 in Bitcoin last year, you might have $3,000 right now. That's 200%. Wow, that's a great percentage, but you're not rich. So that's my point that I be making to you guys. Now, let me do another one here. Remember, we're going to do $1,000. A year or 2 years ago, it wouldn't matter. The price was the same. And we're going to divide that by 0.00. What was the number? 2593, something like that. Okay, yeah. So let's see what that equates to. I'm just curious. Let's see what that equates to. That equates to, okay, you might do it on your own. You can do it on your own. 1,000 divided by 0.002593. Now that number changes all the time, but you'd have had 385,000 coins. Not bad. 385,000 coins. Remember, this industry is about coins. It's not about money. Don't worry about money. Worry about coins. We talk coin language. You want to get as many coins as you can. So when the value of the coin go up, it's just like holding an asset. It's like holding stocks or shares. Pretty much what it is. Okay. But it's decentralized. Again, nobody knows you got it. Nobody can take it from your wallet unless you compromise your wallet and somebody hack your wallet. But nobody can hack the blockchain where the coins reside. But if you got them in your wallet, it can be hacked. That's why you want to use a 2FA Google Authenticator, and you also have private keys. Nobody has your private keys. So this is the stuff that we teach you in the Family Cash Machine. It's definitely worth taking our courses because you're constantly interacting with people who's doing this every day. You're not just getting the classes. You're getting the mindset. You're getting the knowledge of different coins you want to invest in. We make sure you're invested in a lot of good coins. We knew about this coin when it first started. That's why I say a lot of our teammates got that Shibu Inu. Matter of fact, let me put that on here so you guys can see that. I want people to see this is Shibu Inu. Anybody that comes and watch this video later, they can see this is Shibu Inu. Let me put it up there. Let me see if I can get it, if I can just put it in there somewhere. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. This is Shibu Inu. Shibu Inu. 1 year investment. I want you guys to see that. This is no joke. This is real data. I ain't make this up. I went to the charts and I pulled this data and I just said, okay, $1,000 at that price, how many coins I would have got. Then if I take and I divide that by 10, I'll know with $100 how much I would have got. If I'd have got $72 million with $1,000 a year ago, then I can mathematically calculate 10% of 72 million is 7 million. 10% of 1,000 is $100. It's just math. So how about you spent $100 and made 7 million? That's overnight success. Again, that's a whole nother mental issue. If you have a vice with women, if you like, sleeping around a lot of women and you get 7 million, it could be a problem. It could be a problem. If you like to gamble a little bit, I just gamble a little bit. I do it for fun. I go all the time, but you really got a gambling problem. You don't really understand it. With $7 million, you got a real problem. You got a real, not a monkey on your back. You got a gorilla. You got a gorilla on your back. If you got a drinking problem, if you got a partying problem, right, where you excessively party, and then all of a sudden you get $7 million, you got a gorilla on your back. So there's things that you have to be prepared for. Okay, now I'm going to move this over and we're going to do it one more and we're going to close this video out. I just be wanting you guys to see the money, man. This is real money, real money. This ain't no joke. You can make some real money in crypto, but I want you guys to be a part of our team and learn the industry because it's not just about you. Okay, I made 70 million, I'm done. No, if you made 70 million and you're still living and blessed with life, you need to be setting in your mind, look, it's not about the money no more. It's about me creating generational wealth, which 70 million is. It's about me teaching my kids this. It's about me setting up other avenues where I can teach other people that are willing to learn. We're not chasing nobody down, but people who are willing to learn, give them the knowledge. It's plenty of money to go around. You can't have all the money. Or if you don't want to educate people, help me educate people. You make some money off of something that I told you, you make some money off of something I trained you, then Give back to the family cash machine so we can reach other people. Help us to build more classes. Help us to build a bigger platform to accommodate more people, to save more people. And this time when jobs are depleting, wages are depleting, and inflation is increasing. It's a problem. All the fiat currencies in the world are crashing. It's a problem. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. 385,000 coins. Okay, we know at 29 cents, how much money you'd have made with $1,000 a year ago or 2 years ago. Okay, you got $1,000. So we'll say 1,000 times, this is crazy. We already know what that is. It's got to be in the millions. 385,653 coins, right? That's how many coins you got. Equals, I want to say that's 3 million. Let me see. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I want to make sure. I think that's $3 million. Let me do it. 1,000, okay, times 385,653. Oh, shit. My bad. That's 300 million. My bad. That's 300 million. Oh, my God. With $1,000. I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Let's do it again. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, let's do it again. That is 300 million. Because if I take $1,000 times 1,000, that's a million. I know that. 1,000 times 1,000 is a million. We talking about 300,000. 300,000 times $1,000 is 300 million. Doom, 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 doom. Let's do it again. Hey, they're talking some real money here, man. If you did $1,000, I got chills. And that's why I always, let me just do that. Let me just do that. That's 385,653,000. And this is Doge. There's 13,000 coins. Did I spell Doge right? There's 13,000 coins. So believe me, I can take you through the list and show you hundreds of coins. That's $200, $300. We're talking about 29 cents. That coin is 29 cents and you already made 300 million. This is crazy. There's never been a time ever in the history of the world this kind of money could be made unregulated. Let me say that. Unregulated. It's not regulated. No government can regulate it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it because it's for the people, by the people, of the people. It is not about governments. It is not about banks. Now, we have another problem. Houston, we have a problem. What is that problem? Eric Brent, EB. What is that problem, EB? The problem is now you got $300 million. How you gonna move it? Oh no, you don't hear me. You don't hear me. You got $300 million. How you gonna move it? Because you're trained. This is what we teach you in the family capturing. It's so much value in what we teach you. I've had money twice in my life, so I understand $300 million is a problem. It may not be a problem. You think, oh no, it's not a problem. I got 300 million. I'm gonna tell you what's the problem. You think centralized. You don't think decentralized. You don't understand, most of you, how to move money. You wasn't trained like that. It's a certain knowledge of how to stay under the radar. Because what we do, we want to move too much too fast at one time. And we tell on ourselves because the system is rigged to alert when a certain amount of money is moved. I can teach you, the family cash machine have people right now. We got people that have made $600,000-$700,000 in the last year. We have some people who have done that. In the last 2 years, we got some people that have made $1 million. So we know how to move money. I made money like this in the 80s. I made money in the 2000s in real estate, but that money was pretty regulated. It was all through escrow, but some of the monies that I made in the 80s wasn't regulated. And I had to learn how to move money, okay? And it's a certain way you move money. And guess what? Since I've been doing business, real business, since 2000, I've been doing real corporate business. And so that 21 years I've learned, and guess what? The financial industry has tightened up. You know, just $2,000-$3,000 can alert if you send it, you know, if you're sending it too much too fast. So you have to know how to move the money without telling on yourself. We don't know how to do that. We wasn't trained to do that. We try to move too much too fast at one spot, and we tell on ourselves. So that's a problem. 72 million, it's not a problem to make 72 million. Of course, you're going to enjoy that. You're going to welcome that. But to move 2-3 million, how do you do that without being caught, without being on the radar? That's the kind of stuff I'm going to show y'all how to do. Okay. And keep yourself discreet. Keep yourself discreet. Okay. And you're going to have to pay some taxes. But what we're also going to train you is how to control what you're paying, how the rich people do, how to minimize your taxes. You know what I'm saying? How to, you keep some of it in assets. If you got $300 million, what you need all of it in cash for? Why? Why? Remember, inflation going up. You don't want cash. You want to keep it in that asset because that asset is going to continue to grow. But you can pull out 5-10 million, pay your taxes on that. Now you can drive a Bugatti. You just pay taxes on 5 million, but you got over 300 million. I mean, there's certain ways we're going to show you how to do things legally, because you don't have to pay taxes if you're sitting on $1 million of gold, 2 million worth of gold. You don't. But when you bring it back into the cash, that's when the problem. That's when the taxes. So we're going to teach you more than just how to make this money, how to find these coins. We're going to teach you the mindset of wealth. I think I've said enough tonight. You guys see what it is. It is what it is. I've talked long enough. I enjoy giving you guys this information. And I'm excited because people making freaking money. They making real money. But again, we got to train our people in the mindset of money. So you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Sign up for Family Cash Machine courses. For $250, you can be a lifetime member. $350, lifetime member. You can get all the information on every coin coming out and be invited to the community that's going to keep you in certain investments, even if you get some bad ones. Oh, we got all the good ones. All the coins we in have hit. Every one that we pick has hit. Every coin you guys see that blew up, we had them. Somebody on our team. There was a girl on our team that had 100 million Dogecoins. She sold them before it hit those real numbers, but she didn't lose no money. She made money. Again, like I said, there's no control over human emotions. Just because you got 100 million coins don't mean you're going to make millions, because you might sell out when you get 20, 30,000. That's an individual decision. Okay. But don't be bummed out if you sell a coin and it blows up to millions of dollars, because I did that. I had a coin, Ripple. I borrowed $600 worth. I had 80,000 of them. And when that portfolio, that one Ripple portfolio I had, Ripple coin, which is now XRP, went to 15,000, I sold. 2 months later, the coin went to $3, $3.30. That was $240,000. Yeah, I think about it, but I don't feel bad because I took 600 and made 15,000. Wow. Where else can you do that? Okay. And I didn't have a broker. I didn't need to be registered with the SEC. I didn't need to learn how to trade Forex and win and lose. None of that. I just bought the coin because I saw the coin, what they were trying to do, and I thought it was a good idea. And I said, okay, this might win. And I took a chance and it paid off. Okay. And I don't worry about what I didn't make. I look at the fact I took 600 and I made 15,000, and allowed me to do a lot of different things. And that's how I look at it. So again, there's no analyst or analyzing human emotion. We have no way of determining when you're going to say, hey, sell. That's on you. But again, nobody can talk bad about you when you made profits. I don't care what those profits are. Profits are profits. But I'm showing you guys the kind of money that can be made. Generational wealth. 300 million is definitely generational wealth. There's a whole lot of celebrities don't got 300 million. There's a whole lot of celebrities don't got 70 million. That kind of money is being made in the cryptocurrency industry. Forbes magazine said last year, 53 billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires were made in the cryptocurrency industry. Okay. So we don't know how many millionaires. I would assume thousands. okay? Thousands of millionaires. And so it's available here. You have to learn. You definitely want to be a part of a community, because if you go out there and just learn it on your own, you're going to take a whole bunch of losses. It just comes with the turf. But if you come into a community of people who do this every day, your chances of losing are more minimal. You're minimizing that because we're taking you straight to where you're going to win. Okay, now I'm not saying you're not going to have some losses, but just think if you'd had Shibu Inu, that's a coin our team was buying. You'll be out right now. So again, you guys, we're going to go ahead and sign out, like and subscribe to our channel, join the Family Cash Machine, get you a class. We got some bigger classes too. The more bigger classes, the more knowledge you get. We talked about a lot of different things. We talk about trust funds, different trust funds that you guys may not be aware of, not the 501c crap, but we got some more powerful, higher powerful trust funds that we engage in that nobody can touch you. Not even a judge want to touch that trust fund. So there's a lot of knowledge that will protect you from being confiscated, exploited, or whatever, because they got some powerful, agencies out here that have the power to freeze your accounts and all that other stuff. And we don't want that to happen to nobody. And you can't wait till that happen and try to figure it out. It don't work that way. You have to have the knowledge beforehand, okay, before that happens, and you have to have preventive knowledge to keep that from happening to you. And it's a lot of things you can do to keep that from happening. But again, it's a huge problem. $300 million is a huge problem if you don't know what to do and how to move. It's a huge problem. It's not all good. They got a lot of different agencies, IRS and other agencies that want to take half of that. So you have to know what you're doing. And not only take half, they can take your ass to jail if you're not moving in a certain way. Take everything you got and, so you don't want to move it all into a bank or move it all out of, no, keep it in the cryptocurrency world, because it's just going to continue to grow if you got it in the right things, and you pull out what you need as you need and learn how to maneuver and pull it out a certain way where you don't cause too much attention. So again, y'all got enough knowledge tonight. I gave y'all some real good jewels, and I'm going to continue to throw jewels out there because I want my people to engage in this, and I want them to be a part of the Family Cash Machine community of wealth thinking individuals, so we can take our people to the next level. So with that, I'm going to sign out. This is Eric Brent, EB from Compton.